here together now, and welcome to the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest. Today is, I called her a life purpose coach, and I hope that's okay. Laine Laroche. Laine Laroche helps people find and live their life's purpose. She used to be a hitchhiker and a train hopper. Now she's a Silicon Valley executive, as she calls it. So, Laine Laroche, welcome to the Project Dream Life podcast, and thank you for being on.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. So, the word that I use, life purpose coach, is that something that you would say is okay to call you?
Sure. I think that that's okay. I help people in business and in life design, so anything that's purposeful in their life, I can help them with that.
Mm. And so, what clicked in your mind from being a train hopper, from wanting to go to a train hopper and a hitchhiker to helping people find their life purpose?
Great. So when I started traveling, I really just wanted to see what the world was about and understand for myself what was really out there. There's a lot of stories about how scary things can be and how dangerous people are, and I really wanted to see for myself if that was true. And what I found is that the world is a lot more magical and a lot less scary than people make it out to be. And people all over the place are looking for the same things. And that is to be listened to and understood and loved and live in a way that's purposeful, where they feel like they're spending their time in something they believe in. And I found that a lot of people weren't doing that and didn't know how, even if they knew what they wanted to be doing and what they found purposeful, they didn't know how to make it happen. So when I stopped traveling, initially it was really difficult for me. I was depressed and angry. I didn't know how to make the jump from this absolute 4.5 years of just flow and following where life took me in every single way possible to this structured society, and I didn't know how to integrate myself with that at all. It was really, really scary. So I ended up thinking, okay, I just have to figure out how I can make a living and have some money and some capital to put towards living in a place that I'm comfortable and I can live truly being myself. So that's really what started me on the path to entrepreneurship. It's the only way you can really live a free life, in my opinion. When you're working for someone else and working for a paycheck rather than your passions in life, that can really be a drain. So I found this world of startup and creating the life you want, lifestyle and business design, and it really touched me, and I really wanted to, after starting a few businesses of my own, I really wanted to help other people gain the freedom that enables you to have.
Mm-hmm. And just the story that you have being a hitchhiker to somebody who helps out with businesses and finding life purpose it's very unique story, and I'm sure everybody else agrees with me when I say that I love hearing about it because it's so interesting. Do you find a common trait among the people who come to you, like when they're wondering what their purpose is? Is there something that always comes out?
Hmm. When they're wondering what their purpose is, when they're seeking purpose.
Yeah, is there like some key to opening that door for them?
Um, I think that a lot of people that I work with personally um, really find that they are in touch with their purpose after exploring what that really is. You know, I think that purpose isn't something that you just have and it's the same thing for your whole lifetime. Um, Rather, it's something you develop and something that grows from your life experience. Um, you know, I view my purpose as empowering people to find freedom in their lives, and that was developed over a period of time, over years. So, you know, each person has their own sets of strengths that they've gained through their lifetime, and when you combine those things along with something where you are helping the world, that can really give people the sense of purpose that they're looking for in their lives. You know, if you look at your strengths, if you're a good teacher, if you're a wonderful um, guide, and then you are also really passionate about yoga and health, combining those in a way where you're helping the world and helping others, and using that to be your motivator, and being intrinsically motivated with stuff from within you rather than extrinsically motivated by money or things that are outside of yourself. People are happier, they live longer lives, they find better relationships. It's a huge thing to be able to work from that place. So connecting with your sense of purpose can be, you know, when you look at your strengths and your skill sets, um, just take a minute to look at, you know, everyone has 10 or so main strengths that they've really developed over their lifetime, and then can you combine those in a way where you're helping in a cause that is true to your heart? Maybe you had a difficult experience in your life, maybe you were there to support someone during a really difficult time, and now that specific cause really plays to your heart, and you can use your skills to help the world um, with that particular cause.
Hmm. So when people are looking for that purpose, say they find you and they come to you and ask, I need help finding my purpose, and I need help with this project. Uh, what happens after that?
Right. Well, there's a lot of stuff to do when it comes to um, creating something that's sustainable and holistic. So if someone comes to me and they say uh, my purpose is to bring water to the city of Detroit. I'm living in Detroit right now, so that's a big issue. Um, and they want to create a nonprofit that works for this issue, and they have their specific ideas. What I would really focus on first and foremost is their actual lifestyle design. Um, if they've created for themselves a life that is conducive to their success and that is really going to support them. If you work to create a life where you are supported, where you are surrounded by people who encourage you, that understand that you are fully capable of creating anything you want in this life, absolutely anything, and all the knowledge is out there just as much as it is for anyone else, especially with the tools we have today. Um, purposefully design your life and surround yourself with people that encourage you. If somebody doesn't encourage you, don't spend a lot of time with that person. If you have a strong core circle of people that understand that you are capable, you will be stronger so that you can help the people that might not understand that yet. So really develop habits for that strong mindset. And there's a lot of things that you can do. After that, I would focus on strategy. Start thinking like a strategist. So take your big vision, and entrepreneurs have this. They have these grand visions, like they want to do big things, and that's wonderful. It's all possible. But start thinking like a strategist. Break it down from year to month to week to day to even hour, and really start measuring your habits. Start measuring your success in meeting those goals, because that's really something that is going to be the greatest struggle for visionary people. When it's very important to have that vision in place, because when you stumble and you fail, which you will absolutely as an entrepreneur, a lot, it's a minefield, and you should fail, and I encourage it absolutely every day. Just go out and fail and laugh about it and fall on your butt and come back and try again the next day. So that's why that vision is so important, because you need to be able to look at that when you fall, and you need to have that purpose in what you're doing to know that you are making a difference so that you can get back up again. But don't let that get in the way of really thinking like a strategist and breaking it down so that you can look at your week and know what you're going to do. If you want to create this huge thing that's going to benefit thousands of people, and it's going to be a huge space and have all of these moving parts and all of these gears turning, you have to know how you're going to build each gear, each little piece. So that's going to really help in understanding why you do what you do every day. So that's where I would start.
Really good.
So good.
Would you say that finding, if somebody wanted to find their purpose, is that something separate that you do from helping entrepreneurs and small businesses?
Well, it's all connected. If someone was coming to me to just find purpose, we would be doing different exercises as an individual finding purpose than I would do with a business that is finding out how to integrate their purpose. So that would be the difference. As an individual, someone would come and want to do exercises to find out what their purpose is, how to develop purpose in their life, which is essentially about developing their character. And then with a business, it's similar, but they're going to be saying, this is our purpose as a business, this is our mission, this is what we're here to do. Now, how do we integrate that into all these different aspects of our business? How do we get our team speaking in a way that's in touch with our purpose and our core values? How do we integrate that in every part of what we do?
It's really important to find a team of people that can work together towards the same purpose too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I got lost in your words, but I know it's pretty important to at least myself, to have that clear purpose and to have that clear mission. Because without it, I mean, I do enjoy going out and having fun, but I think it's important to have that purpose and keep yourself motivated and walking that path towards that specific purpose. Um, and sometimes it's really easy for me to get lost. So, would you have any advice for getting back onto that mission, or for remembering your purpose and keeping motivated to do that?
Sure. First, it would be to be gentle with yourself when you get off track. That's going to happen. And then you're just creating those habits. So, for instance, one of my favorite productivity tips is to not check email for the first 3 hours of your day, and not go on the phone or essentially do any work that involves speaking or interacting with another person. And that's extremely important if we're talking about working from your core and working from your sense of purpose in what you do, because how are you going to stay in touch with your core if you wake up and the first thing you do is go into what someone else needs from you or wants from you, or what their goals for the day are? So that's really important. And when you get up, even just making a list of just 2 or 3 things that you want to accomplish in the day. Most people make a list of 10 to 15 things they want to accomplish each day, and the reality is you'll probably get about 3 of those things done if they're major tasks. The most productive thing you can do is to do those tasks that are just for you and within your direction of purpose, and do those 3 things within that period of time before you start talking with other people and start being distracted from your path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that's very important, especially with the energies that have been going on for the past little while.
Protect your energy. Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah. So I have my organite here. But it is sometimes it's easy to get lost in other people's energies, and sometimes the other people don't intend for that to happen. But just being here on Earth, being an Earth being, an Earth dweller is very difficult, because all these lower energies can be experienced, and separation can be given a definition within our own minds. So to experience that is very difficult at times. And keeping that life mission, that divine life purpose, is very important. And well, Project Bring Me Life is here to just make that wake up call, to be like, just wake up to why you're here on Earth. Question why you're here on Earth. Question what your purpose is, and so we have Laine here to help if you need help finding that purpose. Laine Laroche, one of the guides featured on Project Bring Me Life. So, is there any other tips that you would give people who are still trying to look for that purpose?
Yeah. So I think that one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to excuse me, is to allow yourself the space to feel your own self. So that 3 hours in the morning could really help. Also, just really giving yourself the space to connect to your core and operate from that place in what you do. And that is going to involve, when you talk about it being difficult to interact with lower energies, or sometimes people can get you off track without even knowing that that's what they're doing. The way that you can stay in touch with yourself in the face of that is really by setting boundaries when it comes to the space that you need to get in touch with your purpose, and to give yourself the space that you need to do the projects that are in touch with your purpose and in touch with how you want to impact the world. We're here, and we have each day to make a positive impact on the world, and you're going to feel really good about yourself if you protect your space to do that. So understanding really that what your needs are, and really being analytical about, okay, um, I'm not going to take phone calls for the first 3 hours, and communicating that to people in a respectful way and learning how to set boundaries is going to be a really, really wonderful thing for any type of purpose work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we have about another minute or two until we go to space weather. So uh, what do you do personally to get into your own space and to protect that space so you can reconnect with your core?
Sure. I really like silent meditation, and I also practice silence. So anytime I am in a situation where I can sense that my body feels anxious or uncomfortable or weak or shaky, I allow myself the space, even when I'm in a situation where I can't remove myself from the conversation, or I don't feel that I can. I allow myself the space to really get back in touch with my core, relax my body, take a breath, and I give myself silence before feeling like I need to speak, because you never need to do anything. So just remembering that and giving yourself time.
Mm, it's very beautiful. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.